1966 World Cup hero George Cohen is being immortalised with a bronze statue outside Fulham Football Club, commemorating his achievements for both club and country. Cohen won 37 caps for England and played 459 times at Fulham, where he spent his entire career. Now approaching his 77th birthday, Cohen spoke to students of UCFB Wembley and couldn't hide his joy for being recognised 50 years on from his finest hour.
It's something that is very special, of course. To say that I'm proud and honoured is not quite the language I'm trying to find. It's absolutely wonderful that the club should want to honour me that way, along with the supporters. They're very, very good there. They support everything we do with regard to Alzheimer's campaign that we have. But this particular project is absolutely wonderful, and I am, as I say, extremely proud that they should consider that I'm worth it. I thought perhaps we might win it again under Alf Ramsey. He was sacked prematurely in my estimation, but that's just my opinion. Alf Ramsey was a manager that it's not going to be easy to find one like him again. And the world changes, people change. You've got to remember that I was born as a wartime baby, if you like. And we grew up in discipline because we had to. Let's face it, I didn't see a chicken until 1950. So, but that's the sort of thing you have to think about. Just the discipline of the players that he had under his command, if you like, when he took over in 1960. It's very difficult to understand some of the things these young people do, but again, if they're not used to money, and they've come into a huge amount of money straight away. I mean, I understand some signing on fees maybe £250,000. Well, that's a room full of money. In my day, you got signed for 20 quid, £20, and if you didn't make it the first year, you were very, very lucky if you got another contract. So there was an amount of fear there. And the fear being you've got to progress to get into that, into the reserves as a young boy, up into the first team. Very fortunately, I didn't have to wait too long. But you really must think about, in those days, if you didn't make it, what you were going to do. You were going to become an electrician, a plumber, a bricklayer, or something like that. But I didn't have those sort of thoughts in my mind. Mine was to be a professional footballer. Over the years, of course, we've brought in a lot of foreign players. They've improved our techniques in this game. There's no doubt about that. But unfortunately, some of our younger players are not getting the chances that they should have done. And that is holding us back. I mean, you can see that in our league. We have probably the strongest Premiership league in Europe, perhaps in the world. But when it comes to choosing an England team, we've got to choose English players who are playing in a team with about 6 or 7 others who are foreigners. It's very, very difficult for a manager to pick a side like that. And I think you've seen it in recent years. We have not progressed. And I think the reason is because the young players have not had the chance that they should have. And that's holding us back.